Let me ask you quickly, because I know there are a lot of people who are watching you right now, Pete, who also got addicted to this popular Netflix series, The Making of a Murderer, and They were trying to get an appeal. The Supreme Court ruled on that?
Well, the Supreme Court said it's not going to take that case. This was the case of a young man. He was convicted in a brutal murder, and the only evidence against him was his own confession. And what his lawyer said is that he's a person who had intellectual difficulties, and that over the course of 3 days, for hours at a time, investigators, in essence, fed him certain key facts, which he then repeated back. And when the interrogation was all over, he seemed to have so little understanding of what happened that he said, "Can I go back to class now? I have an assignment due in 6th period." So they said the Supreme Court should take this case and look at the question of forced interrogations and what the rights are, especially for young people, minors, and people with intellectual difficulties. This case was this Making of a Murderer series on Netflix was very popular. People were so upset about the convictions in the case that they actually sent something like 400,000 petitions to the White House under President Obama. Of course, he couldn't do anything about the case since it was in state, not federal court. And a president's pardon powers only extend to federal cases. But in any event, the Supreme Court is not going to hear this case, and his conviction stands.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.